Hello everyone, Alchemicgree here. Welcome back to Dragon Age 2. In the last video, we finished up the last of Act 1. So we're going to be checking in on, we'll just do that. Go to Varric. I'm in the new gear. I think I took care of that before. So there is going to be a lot of interesting things to really consider. But before anything, let's get a group going if I'm going to be running around town. Doing maybe some small things here and there. I don't expect really much, actually, because, well, it's like I want to try to do the formula I did last time: friends, side quests, main quest. But I don't think I'm going to end up being able to do that anyway. But so let's just have Varric unlock the chest I saw. Might as well get that out of the way. You know, there's a lot of exploring I need to do, a lot of stuff to consider, and all those things when I get back to my own estate.
We're good to go.
Actually, yeah, let's actually see how Aveline's doing, since I'm here. Anyway, I mean, if I was going to go there anyway, you know what I mean? Let's do that. Let's see how Aveline's doing, since it's now been about... In-game, it's been now 3 years? So I've been in Kirkwall for 4 years. Let's see how she's doing.
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed. You'd think the Captain of the Guard could requisition a Templar or two, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
You had to know cleaning up this mess would be difficult.
It's not the challenge, it's the unending part. And really, I blame you. You poured money into a pot that was already full. Everything has shifted. Good job validating the fears of every anti-Ferelden and Kirkwall.
I didn't realize I was making it worse by getting ahead.
I'm just harassing you. Although you are a bit like the center of a hurricane. You've changed fortunes for many people, not always for the better.
Sounds like you're spreading yourself pretty thin.
There are a lot of people in my charge. Someone has to look out for them.
You guard the guardsmen.
I don't turn people loose like Jevon. There's additional training, doubled patrols. Costs are up, but I've halved injuries. I'll take it and argue with Seneschal Bran later.
After the last captain, you couldn't have expected this to be easy.
At least I had the guards on my side. Once they understood, they rallied. And those who didn't weren't fit to hold the crest. Stack friends against the enemies. I don't know if I came out ahead, but it's for the better.
Grouse all you want, but the Aveline I know doesn't regret a second as captain.
They'd have to drag me out of here. And I'm sure some are lining up to try. You among them, I bet. Haven't had much time to follow you around. Not that I need to. I can trust that you at least try to do right. I'm with you if you need me.
Okay, I think she's doing pretty good for herself. Builds up some friendship with her. When you play this game effectively, ideally, you'll have a lot of companions, if done right. You'll have a lot of companions set at high friendship with you pretty early on.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you, Messiah. If only you humans didn't all look the same.
I was called to the keep on important business, Bodan.
Yes, I was hoping to catch you before you arrived. I came to deliver this to you, the last of the proceeds from all that treasure you found in the deep roads. It seems your friend Varric found a buyer after all, yes? Quite well done.
I can put this to good use.
Of course, always happy to help. Before I go, may I simply say how grateful I am that you've allowed my boy to stay in your home. I said I would repay you for saving Sandal's life, and I shall serve you faithfully. It is good to know he is safe.
I didn't ask you to be my manservant, Bodan.
But I owe you a debt, and after what happened in the Deep Roads, I have no other way to repay you. I'll leave you to your adventures. Your mother asks that you return to the mansion when you have a chance.
Okay, so now I got Bodan and Sandal living with me. Let's check out the new digs. I want to see what my new home looks like.
Trapped in a cave.
And I got 50 gold to start off, so good. I at least got the return on my investment.
Dipped in molten gold and left as a statue in the Viscount's keep.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
well,
poetic.
that makes it easier. Home sweet home.
You've settled in nicely.
It's been hard work to get here.
Indeed. Still, more coin never hurts, right? Say, if someone wanted to pass some work your way...
I'm listening, Aveline. What's the trouble?
A thorn in my side, inventing trouble and scaring people. Remember Emmerich, the Templar? He wants your help, and some sort of official sanction.
Official sanction?
For his investigation. He's convinced that every random murder in the past few years is connected, and he won't be quiet.
You don't think it's worth investigating?
I have. He even convinced one of my lieutenants to raid the Dupuis mansion. Nothing there. You wouldn't believe how much ass I had to kiss after that. Bloody hobbyist constable. Why can't he spend his declining years building a boat or something?
Seems like it should be easy to prove if there are bodies.
Kirkwall isn't the safest place. That doesn't mean everything terrible is related. There's no sense to that. Can't be.
I seem to recall he had some good leads.
Then you won't mind chasing his threads. If it leads somewhere, I'll pick it up. Right now, he's just distracting my men. He's in the gallows. Do what you can. Thanks, Hawke. I'll try not to make a habit of this.
Alright, let's check out some things. Oh god, I love it.
Bodan would clean the fireplace. Says it reminds him of a mine shaft.
Let's, oh yeah, since I'm going to be taking care of, don't really need these anymore, but let's see, what else did I need? It was the, no, I don't think I need any more of that, but I definitely need that. And I definitely need that, but it doesn't look like, yeah, there is, no more. Once that's done, I get all the armor. So if I can get all of that by the end of Act, well, it's a lot. Family letters, messages from Lothering. Nice, nice. Gambling letters. I think I already saw that. Not bad. Forbidden knowledge. Oh, that was someone I spared some night terrors. Looks like we're helping that half-elf again. Nice. Last of his line. Oh, Harriman. He made it, I think. Okay. It's not bad. Underground Railroad. So something with mages, I believe. We might check that out, actually, in a separate video for side things. Knowledge, let's see, years past. Oh, it's that blood mage from the Blooming Rose I saved. A note. Oh, hey, it's that guy. Well, he's also having night terrors too, so it's a little weird. Feeling adequate. God, that's hilarious. Oh, it's the elf I saved, his daughter. Yeah, well, ideally, that's the boy I helped. I guess that was for helping out with, I don't fucking know, actually. Okay, strange letter from Lothering. Okay, just some guy I used to live with, I guess, in Lothering. Cool, cool. Gamlin. I think I've already read that before. Yeah, I think I read that before. I should probably check in on him. Maybe. Maybe. Message for Lothering. Oh, it's a friend of my mother's. That's nice. Nice and... Oh! Carver! God damn, even when I saved your life 3 years ago, you're a little bitch about it.
Isabella? Carve that into a stairwell. Carver.
Yeah, just you know, I helped you with all of those situations. I helped save your life, and you're still a little bitch to me. Seriously, I hope being a Great Ward demands you out.
Best keep Isabella's books on the top shelf.
And I guess that's where I can go for Mark of the Assassin. Fairly certain I can break that into 2 or 3 videos. So, still have a lot for Companion. Not a lot going for secondary. A lot of side quests, though, so definitely we'll probably look at that. The side quests, the forbidden knowledge, and all that such. So we'll look at that without issue.
It's strange living here again. My childhood home. Now owned by my child. It's not something I could have imagined when I was a little girl staring out this window. I'm still grateful you used your money from the expedition to buy back the estate. I feel like an Amel again.
Just don't go all pompous on me, all right?
I promise. If there's one thing I learned in Ferelden, it's that good people can be born in a hut as easily as a palace. Honestly, after so many years as a peasant's wife, it feels strange to have nothing to do. But I can't spend the rest of my life mourning Bethany and Carver. They're gone, and I can't bring them back. I guess I just need to start finding you a suitable wife.
If you need any enchantments, I'm sure my boy would be happy to help. Boom! Ah, there he goes again. How he makes these things, I'll never know.
I've never seen another dwarf like him. Does this run in your family?
Not at all, but Sandal isn't really my son. I found him in the deep roads when I left Orzammar for good. Raised him as my own now. Isn't that right, my boy?
I like Bodan.
He's always been this way. Always collecting things and enchanting them. Strange, I suppose.
Sandal's quite useful to have around.
That he is. Also, I've always said. Oh, Maker knows what'll happen when I'm gone. I try not to think about it.
I want some pie.
You know what? Let's see how this works. You know what? I'll give the special rune to Varric. I'm not really going to do much with rune crafting, and it's not like any weapon I use actually is going to help anyway.
That's Mother's room. I shouldn't intrude. Handprints? Was someone swinging on a chandelier? Sando. Never thought I'd have my own family family crest. Maker's breath. Put some clothes on, man.
Not a bad house.
I told him to stay off the bed. I think I'll let Sandal empty that. I could have left the amulet in there and forgotten all about it. What would the witch have done then? I see Varric's taken it upon himself to add certain embellishments to my journal.
You know, it is interesting. I kind of, to an extent, regret that I got all those good exclusive items right off the bat, because then it kind of robs me of, you know, putting on different armors and stuff. But then again, it's not like in Origins I put on a lot of different armors. In Inquisition, most likely, there will be a lot more additions in armor. But, okay, let's get the party going, since we can see Carver now as the Grey Warden. I didn't point that out earlier. Kind of spaced on that. Alright. Alright. Oh, to the Hangman. I can get Varric and Isabella out of the way.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawke. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
I suppose after the whole business with Carver, it's a good idea to hang on to what you've got. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
What would I do without my trusty dwarf? I'd cry myself to sleep without you.
Oh, don't get all teary-eyed on me, Hawke. You know I can't stand to see a human cry. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started? The truth is out there. You want a pint while we're here, Hawke? I'll buy.
Isabella, you look well.
Are you talking about the flush on my cheeks? It must be the whiskey. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
Isn't that what you said last time?
Oh, you mean when I went digging for that stash?
Yes, that turned out to contain several badly written poems and an old boot.
It could have contained the relic. I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Do I get a kiss from the feisty temptress when I present her with the hard-won prize?
If you want. I'll even let you choose where I plant it.
Why do you always win at cards?
Because I cheat, kitten. This trinket, it's elven, isn't it? From your clan. Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose. Here, have it back. A jigger of your finest whiskey for my friend over here. The Hanged Man's finest isn't much, but it'll get you just as drunk as anything you'll find in Hightown.
That's generous of you.
What's coin if not for spending, eh?
You could save up to buy yourself a new ship.
There you go, ruining our fun with good sense. I thought I'd have to watch myself around you, but as it turns out, you're all right.
That's mildly insulting, you know.
You know what I mean. You don't judge people. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You know, little things like that. If I had someone like you on board my ship when the storm hit, maybe we wouldn't have been shipwrecked.
Maybe you would have been shipwrecked sooner. I'm a terrible sailor.
Are you? I suppose I'll have to keel haul you till you shape up.
I believe I'm succeeding in my flirtations of Isabella. Because that's my goal. Try to get a relationship with her, but I think I'm at the point where it will trigger. She's like Zevran. It's very easy to get into a relationship with her. A little harder to try to get her to keep it. That's a bit of the problem. But now, unlike Act 1 and Act 2, I have to do some main quests first before it builds up. So there will be more companions.
And that will, stop the itch.
Yes. Though I would stay away from women you meet in the port. Pirates tend to dock in unsavory places.
I heard that.
Just use the salve if it comes back.
Excuse me.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
The Templars are hunting you?
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
I can't say you've been keeping a low profile.
The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
Is that making it harder for you, with justice?
In the Fade, there is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
You chose to merge with him. Only you can make it work.
I am trying. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last. One day, everyone in Kirkwall will have to choose a side.
Well, more accurately, more companion quests. I'd be lying if I said I'm going to get more companions. I mean, I do get to get Sebastian. We are taking care of that in this video, I believe. At least that's my intention. I mean, everyone is getting up there as my friend. So it's going to be nice. You know, leveling up, it kind of just like... It feels kind of artificial. See, now, like I said before... crafting stuff, craft requirements. Now, everything I missed in Act 1, I cannot get back. I think. I don't know. I will... Oh, more enigmas. I think I have to, like, keep finding them until Act 3? Act 3 is when, like, all hell hits the fan. Anyway, let's check out, see how Fenris is doing. Because I know there's a thing that triggers with him, so we'll definitely try to do that.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport. Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Three years. There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Yes, but... Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
You start over. Isn't that what you want?
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me, his little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
Your problems are my problems.
Unlucky you. But enough. You have much to keep you busy, I'm certain. Last bottle of the Egregio. I've been saving it for a special occasion.
And what's that?
The anniversary of my escape. Astia Vala Femundis. Care to hear the story?
I thought you avoided talking about this.
Not on special occasions.
I'd like that.
Let's see. You've heard of Saharan? The Imperium and the Qunari have fought over the island for centuries now. I was there with Denarius during a Qunari attack. I managed to get him to a ship, but there was no room for a slave. I was left behind. I barely got out of the city alive.
I thought Denarius considered you valuable.
He wasn't given a choice. The look on his face as the ship pulled out was priceless. There are rebels in the Saharan jungles called Fog Warriors. They found me and took me in, nursed me back to health. I stayed with them for a time, until Denarius finally came for me.
He was relieved to see you'd survived, right?
Relieved to see his investment hadn't ended up in Qunari hands, perhaps. I'd grown fond of the rebels. They bowed to no master and fought for their freedom. It was beyond my experience. When Denarius came, they refused to let him take me. He ordered me to kill them. So I did. I killed them all.
Why would you do such a thing?
It felt inevitable. My master had returned and this fantasy life was over. But once it was done, I looked down at their bodies. I felt I couldn't. I ran and never looked back.
Couldn't you have found other Fog Warriors? Become a rebel?
Even if I did, I felt unworthy. I had no way of knowing if I could truly escape from Denarius then. I didn't even know what that meant. I simply had to get away. I stowed aboard a ship to the mainland and moved south, chased by my former master every step of the way.
I have to wonder why you stayed with Denarius as long as you did.
You have not been a slave. A slave does not dream of freedom or wonder at possibilities. You think only of your master's desires and what the next hour will bring. It did not occur to me that I could be anything else until I had a taste of it.
But there are stories of slaves rebelling all the time. They did in Kirkwall.
The ritual that gave me my markings also stripped me of my memory. Whatever I was before may as well have never been. Perhaps if I knew, I might have felt differently.
How well did you know these Fog Warriors?
I knew them only a few months, but in that time, I felt as if I truly lived. They were bold, strong, free with their affections. I was in awe of them and owed them everything. And I turned on them even so.
Didn't Denarius stop you?
The rebels had wounded him. The soldiers he brought attempted to capture me, unsuccessfully. It was weeks before Denarius was able to mount the hunt in earnest, but by then, I was already gone.
This can't be easy to talk about.
I've never spoken about what happened to anyone. I've never wanted to. Perhaps this is what it means to have a friend.
Perhaps you're right.
To you, Hawke, a finer mage I have never met.
Okay, now just, yeah, I want to get, like, the Sebastian one is definitely up there. Then at the same time, there's also the one with Fenris. Fenris is actually a random trigger. If you don't have Fenris in your party a lot, he kind of just pops out of nowhere. Though, I'm kind of shocked there's nothing with Meryl.
By the dread wolf. Why is
That's a little weird. Maybe I have to raise some bits with her? I'm not certain. But, I think help out Sebastian, have him officially join my merry little band.
So there are still many roads to come to me, and I'll take you to places you've never been.
Isabella, are you talking to Bianca?
I think she deserves to feel a woman's touch on her trigger, don't you?
Bianca responds to my touch. She'd never give it up for you.
Oh, it's one of the evil tomes.
Say, and I always...
Yeah, that's an important thing. I have to destroy the tomes. This is a small quest because it unlocks one of the... There are 4 very, 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 very powerful demons. Zinabrek, Glaxkang, Imshale, and the Faceless One. We killed Glaxkang in Dragon Age Origins. We can this quest helps us find Zinabrek and kill her. We have to go around to where all the evil tomes are and destroy them. And then there's Imshale, which we'll meet in Dragon Age Inquisition. And the last one, the Faceless One, or Forgotten One, or Forbidden One, it's the something one. I forget his name fully. That one is yet to show itself, but these are allegedly the 4 demons that taught humankind blood magic. Allegedly. They've had so many different historical, quote-unquote, lore, or lore-wise, quote-unquote, historics. Oh, another enigma. Where, essentially, that blood magic has been taught to humans so many different ways. And when we get the chance, I think I might explain a little bit on what these enigmas are, since there's a lot of them that we've been finding around at random.
I thought it would end here. Young Master Hawke destroyed Flint Company. None remain. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Hawke? We were just talking about you.
Saying good things, I hope.
Hawke asked diplomatically.
You know I hate it when you do that.
Hawke muttered in an angry aside to the dwarf.
If, you two have a moment, I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
Tell me about this family.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johanne Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
Is there any peaceful way to resolve this?
If you treat the Harrimans like those mercenaries, you could start a war. Go carefully, Sebastian.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Welcome to the team, Sebastian. Definitely have to level your ass up. and give you some nice gear, but I think I left it all at home. Whoops! I have to go back home first, so I want to go home, and then I'll give it to you.
So, this is where you live. Not bad. I preferred the old place. It had, more charm.
You're talking about the shack I shared with my mother, uncle, and brother.
I meant Lowtown. Dirty, chaotic, glorious Lowtown. The smell of tar, and the sea, and the sound of some whore plying her trade in a back alley. Oh. Don't you miss that?
You can get your thrills in Hightown if you know where to look.
Oh. And where would that be?
I can show you what I have in mind.
I should go. That was an interesting diversion.
Is that all I am to you? Oh, my wounded heart.
We were using each other, sweet thing. I was curious about you, and now my curiosity is sated. Wait. You're not thinking of bringing feelings into this, are you?
What about love?
Love? We were ratting. It has nothing to do with love.
It's not always up to you. Love can be pretty persistent.
I don't care. It can go pester someone else. Did you know I was once married? When I was freed, I swore I would never marry again.
I can't imagine you married.
I was his plaything. A prized possession. He saw me with my mother at the market in Lemerin and decided he had to have me. My mother gave me away for a goat and a handful of gold coins. She didn't even haggle over the price. Bitch.
Your marriage was loveless, and you've never experienced true love.
Oh, I've been in love. I fell in love with a man not long after my husband died. He foolishly asked for my hand. I refused to be tied down again, and I fled. It broke his heart. Destroyed him.
I'm sorry it ended that way.
He was better off. I saved him a lot of trouble in the long run.
How were you freed from the marriage?
My husband took an assassin's blade to the back of the skull. And before you start jumping to conclusions, no, I didn't hire the assassin. I did thank him profusely, however. Ah, Zevran. He was an artist.
You're not afraid of being hurt. You're just afraid of hurting someone else.
No, Look, it isn't like that. It's just easier this way. Now, if you're done trying to confuse the issue, I'm going to go.
Okay, I did not plan on that at all. Okay, well, I guess I'm in a kinda sorta relationship with Isabella. Kinda, sorta. I think what I need to do, well, since I'm getting close to 17, might as well take care of that too. So I'm going to probably try to get it to go with her, but we'll see what happens. It's a giant, we'll see what happens in this current situation. But I'm relatively certain I can get her to open up more, but I can understand where she's coming from to a lesser extent. I mean, she wasn't really in a good, happy marriage. So obviously she's not one for romance, though she did have a thing with Zevran. That is interesting. I completely spaced on that. Alright, let's see. Give you the messenger, Longbone, the Avars. Well, we might be fighting more demons and stuff, and let's see, that one is more of a Ferelden type of weapon. I mean, we're more likely to fight demons and undead and stuff, especially in the quest we're doing now, so let's I'll stick with that. Alright, let's give you your abilities. Gotta be on good friendly terms with you. Though you're not really required for the trophy. You're just really helpful. Not that one. Alright. That should do. I'll build up my friendship with you yet.
Huh?
I just don't understand why you're working with Hawke. You don't seem to care about anything we do. What's keeping you here?
Mostly the set.
Anything on the Chantry? Okay. There's a Chantry board thing. Actually, that is something we might be able to do in the next video. We might do some side stuff. Like I said before, when we did it the first time, we did companion related quests, some side quests, some secondary quests, and then we did some main quests. So it's a possibility. I mean, we'll do some side quests and whatnot, and maybe a couple main quests. Maybe I'm missing a main quest, or some main quest might connect to side quests. I'm not certain, since I know the Bone Pit will be brought up again, but I kind of forget at what time. So we're going to be playing this by year, really?
More, you lazy son of a bitch! What's taking so long?
Flora?
Why does no one in this house care what I want? More wine, or I swear I will drown you in the dregs.
That sounds familiar. I don't envy anyone in this household tomorrow morning.
She doesn't even see us. This is no normal wine.
More logs. It must be molten. You, more coins. I want every scrap of gold in this house.
Please, Monsieur!
There's nothing to fear. You'll be beautiful. Pour it over her.
Don't! You'll kill her! He can't hear me.
Perhaps I should be the one.
We must end this madness.
Okay, something is definitely fucked up. And, yeah, I don't know. This is some weird drama, politics, or some shenanigans. That was a piece of little armor to help out Sebastian.
I visited this house often as a child. They could not have concealed such goings.
Let's see. Let's explore the rest of the house before I proceed. I might even mix it up, because Act 2 does follow slightly differently. So, I don't have to follow the same formula every time.
Oh, lower. Lower.
I beg your pardon, Hawke. I did not mean to expose you to such things.
No apologies necessary.
No, the feather. Use the feather. Where have you been all my life? Today, I am more than a man. Come,
felicitate me.
That's a great line. I should use that. Oh, I could get it embroidered on my blouse.
He has no idea we're here. I've known Ruxton Harriman my whole life. He's a complete prude.
That's my kind of prude.
Where's your brother? Let's ask him to join us.
That was certainly one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever seen so far today. But that's honestly probably not even the beginning of it. Pretty sure there's weirder things out there. But, hey, there's probably some demon shenanigans at work. You gotta love demon shenanigans. Yeah, some weird shit's happening. And now we're following the same formula when I went to clear out the ML basement. Oh well.
Turn back. There is nothing here for you.
Odd. When we watched you being a drunken arse, you ignored us completely.
You shall not enter.
Demons! Because why the fuck not, right? Good thing I gave him that bow that works well on demons.
Demons, temptresses. We must see what greater evil they were protecting.
And, you know, the fact that we're in Hightown means that this digs pretty deep already. So, and it's the same type of obelisks as what I saw in the Legacy DLC. I don't think they're connected. If there's anything I've learned about this, just because it looks the same doesn't automatically assume it's connected. Mostly because, you know, the artists were not the most, you know, creative when it came to their designs. If anything, they kind of got lazy on a lot of points. But the fact that there are a lot of problems like this, it's never a good sign. What do we got here? Huh. That is actually a hilarious moral story. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, you get two people that are with each other. They don't really love each other, and they just have them bitch and moan, and that's an arcane horror. Where did you come from? Never mind, you're dead. I love it. I love it. I love moral stories like that, where, like, I do like ones where, like, some people win, but then the ones where everyone loses because everyone deep down is an asshole. I love those. Speaking of assholes, let's see what I'm dealing with over here.
Starkhaven will not submit. I put that idiot Goran Vale into the Prince's seat, but the other families won't heed him. I must marry him to Flora and solidify our hold. But I need more power.
I've given you much. Your desires run deep. You've already traded your husband and your children. What more can you offer?
What bargain have you made?
Who is this? Who are you? How did you get here? Sebastian!
You were my mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her dreams.
This was your idea.
I could create such desires if I wished. But it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you not? You both wish to rise.
Not if it meant selling out my family.
How loyal were your friends to you? Everyone has a price. Everyone wants something.
Do not listen to her.
Oh, such a pious soul, masking so much ambition. Are you so different from my lady? You yearn for the same lands, the same power.
I am the rightful heir. She is a usurper and murderer.
You swore to put aside worldly goods and ambitions, but they couldn't stop you from wanting them.
You'll be a good ruler. It doesn't matter what you do to get there.
I'm not acting from ambition. I only want what's best for my people.
For the people who'll adore you. All those smiles they used to save for your brother. Now you'll be the shining prince. All you have to do is kill anyone in your way.
And of course, it was the friend of the family the whole time that killed you all. Of course it was. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't it?
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Okay, I don't have to run. I mean, I could run all the way back through there, or I could just take this way. I'll take this way. It's faster.
Let us return to the Chantry.
Sebastian, I am so sorry is such an inadequate word. When I think what Mother made us do, what those creatures made us do.
We were friends, Flora.
It was like a cloud came down on me. All I could feel or think was what the demon allowed.
Did your mother order the attack on Sebastian's family?
She did. You know Mother, Sebastian. She was always jealous of your parents. The demon twisted that until it was all she could think of. She was determined to seize Starkhaven for herself.
Was your mother a mage? How did she find this demon?
We've never had magic in our line. Perhaps that made Mother too confident. She thought she could deal with the demon and not fall prey to it. Those ruins there were unearthed when we expanded the house. Mother found the demon inside. I think she had signed her bargain before we even knew.
Don't blame your mother. The desire demon made this happen.
I doubt many people will be so forgiving. If it takes every last coin my family owns, I will make reparations to everyone we've wronged. Starting with you, Sebastian. We weren't the only ones vying for Starkhaven. If you face more opposition, you have my support.
It will not make up for what happened.
No, that's true.
I'll tell you when I need you.
Alright, so far so good. I'm making some good friends with Sebastian. And I think, yeah, that's it. That bow I found. I can give that to him, too. So maybe I won't even need to give... He won't even need to get the bow. Because, honestly, I don't like Sebastian that much. He's kind of a prude. It's kind of annoying. So, there's not going to be a lot of times... It's kind of like, I bring... It's like, I don't even bring Fenris or Aveline out often. I mean, the best party I like is having, like, Isabella, Anders, and Varric, because... Well, there's not really good fighters in this thing. You kind of have to... The only really good, decent fighting is, like, if you make your own fighter. Hell, I kept Carver around because he at least did shit, and, you know, being the brother that I was.
Let's go in and put out the...
And if I was going to just, you know, have Carver killed and have Bethany with me, I would have just played a warrior anyway. And after that, I would have just kept my regular setup anyway. So, yeah.
So, choir boy, this...
I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the Desire Demon's touch, but I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
You acted honorably. Why are you ashamed?
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Aren't you your parents' heir?
I'm the youngest son of 3. My parents were rather traditional. They wanted the heir and the spare, and I was left in the cold. They put me in the Chantry to prevent my competing with my brothers.
You seem very dedicated to the Chantry. You were put there against your will.
At first. But it was the best thing that could have happened. I was a wild boy, a shame to my family. The Chantry made me a man. It's odd. When I wanted to rule, I would have been terrible at it. Now that I might be decent, I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Don't let the demon make you doubt yourself.
In trying to retake Starkhaven, I have already brought death to so many. Could I ever do enough good as prince to justify that?
You could be a just and fair ruler. Worry about reparations once you take your lands.
I know you've done great things in Kirkwall, Hawke. I imagine your methods haven't always been scrupulous. But you clearly do more good than harm. I just don't know if I can follow that road. Not even close, no.
I think this is yours.
My grandfather's bow, but where did you get it?
One of the Flint Company mercenaries had it.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
What's the story behind that bow?
As the youngest son, it was my place to lead Starkhaven's militia. But I never had a talent for swordplay. Too much getting hit. My grandfather said the bow is the wise man's weapon. You can defend your city without opening its gates. Grandfather said the day I could pull the string on his bow, it would be mine.
Then why didn't you have it with you?
I was 13 when my grandfather made me that promise. I would rise at dawn to practice my shots until I could hit the eye slit of a helmet from the top of the ramparts. But my parents pledged me to the Chantry before I could show him.
Were you and your grandfather close?
He was a man of the world, Prince of Starkhaven. But he had the most unshakable faith in the Maker. When my parents threatened to pledge me to the Chantry, he told me he'd gladly trade his title for a life of contemplation. The Maker ordained a place for each of us, I remember him saying. We have only to serve.
I'm sorry I never got a chance to meet them, to save them.
I know. You're a true friend, Hawke. You brought me this to remember and honor them. But if I could bring back our lowest servant by snapping it in half, I'd do it without regrets.
And now you get your own bow. You get the, Oh, it actually looks very nice. Skills are laughable, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst. At least we're building up some more reputation with you. So let's switch out the party, because I want to try to get the Fenris thing done in this video as well. So the only way to do the Fenris one is we have to trigger the random encounter. The random encounter happens... Yeah, let's have Meryl in on this. I haven't really had her for a while, and maybe she could also help out. Plus, you know, you got to take her out every so often. She needs the exercise. Can't just keep her cooped up in her home in the shitty alienage. Let's see. It triggers, I think yeah, okay. Okay, it did not trigger because it would have said something, like ambush or something wherever. So, probably will also do that in the next video if I do the small stuff. I'll probably, take care of the Mage Underground. Ah, there it is! That's how it's done.
Hunters.
Stop right there! You are in possession of stolen property. Back away from the slave now and you'll be spared.
Fenris is a free man!
I won't repeat myself. Back away from the slave now!
I am not your slave!
Okay, so you would think, with the numerous dead bodies and all the others who have been killed by Fenris and other people, they'd eventually stop sending assassins and probably send some top-tier shit. I mean, they practically sent the whole mercenary company and mages galore after him, and that's not enough. We are slaughtering. I mean, maybe if it was on his own, it might be a struggle, but... Ugh. These people. Not that smart. Not that smart at all.
My goodness, that was exciting.
Where is he?
Please, don't kill me.
Tell me!
I don't know. I don't know, I swear. Adriana brought us. She's at the holding caves north of the city. I can show you the way.
No need. I know which ones you speak of.
Then let me go. I beg you. I swear
You chose the wrong master. Adriana. I was a fool to think I was free. They'll never let me be.
This is someone you know?
My old master's apprentice. I remember her well. A sniveling social climber that would sell her own children if she thought it would please Daenerys. If she's here, it's at his bidding. He knew he wouldn't let this go.
They need to be stopped before this goes any further.
The holding caves held slaves in the old times, but apparently they are no longer abandoned. We must go quickly, before Hadriana has a chance to prepare, or flee.
Ooh, we get to kill your master's pet pupil and stop some more slavery operations? This sounds like a morally good thing to do. I'm in. Kinda. I mean, it's good because it builds up my reputation and stuff with Fenris. Plus, you know, like putting the screws to people who deserve it. There are a lot of people, and I still do not understand that. Why would you cast a spell that makes you invulnerable, but you can't move? We'll just wait till the spell runs out. God, some of these people are just dumb as hell.
We must be careful. There were many such holdings once, especially in the mountains where individual slavers kept private pens. They were designed to protect against raids by fellow slavers. No doubt it's why Hadriana chose this place.
Do slavers attack each other often?
They did. What better way to find slaves than to steal them? The holdings outside of Tevinter have mostly been abandoned, but they still exist.
Hadriana won't escape us.
Let's hope this isn't a waste of time.
Okay, I understand like why game mechanic wise you'd want to switch out to get your best party together, but at the same time, lore wise, why the hell would I do that? Why would I just be like, oh, I already did this with these guys, let's just switch it out, and that's a blood sacrifice.
See for yourself. The legacy of the Magisters.
They sacrificed the unwilling.
Is that so hard to believe? You're only a step away from it.
Okay, I understand you don't like Meryl's use of magic, especially blood magic, but can we not be a dick to her? Seriously? Especially since she's helping you right now? I mean, she's way too naive for her own good. She should not be allowed to use blood magic. Such arts are forbidden for a reason, because some people get corrupted by it, or they get controlled by people who are corrupted. It's a weird, vicious cycle.
one for me. You got Hawke.
Are you hurt? Did they touch you?
They've been killing everyone. They cut Papa, bled him.
Why? Why would they do this?
These poor people. This is ghastly. The Magister. She said she needed power, that someone was coming to kill her. We tried to be good. We did everything we were told. She loved Papa's soup. I don't understand.
Is the Magister still here?
I think so. The Magister said they were to prepare for battle. I think she's very frightened.
She has every reason to be.
Please don't hurt her. She'll be so angry if you hurt her.
This has been terrible for you.
Everything was fine until today.
It wasn't. You just didn't know any better.
Are you my master now?
No.
But I can cook. I can clean. What else will I do?
If you go to Kirkwall, I can help you.
Yes? Oh, praise the Maker. Thank you.
I didn't realize you were in the market for a slave.
I gave her a job, Fenris.
Ah, then that's good. My apologies. Let's find Hadriana and be done with this place.
Okay, Fenris, I understand you're in a bit of a hyped up mood because, well, we're gonna kill that apprentice has always been a bitch to you, I guess, but don't bitch at me because I'm trying to be nice to a fellow elf slave. And I bet a Tevinter amulet. Who the fuck do I give that to? Because it's definitely not like a side thing where I just run up, give it to a guy, and then move on. I'll look at it later. I think I have an idea who it could go to, but I'm not 100 on that. Yeah, finding those things to improve companion armor. Generally, you're mostly going to find those almost exclusively in their companion-related quests. So, obviously, it'd be way easier to do it like that. With some also being you got to find them in the stalls. So, probably in the next video as well, we're going to be doing that. There's going to be a lot we are going to be trying to do in the next video. We're mostly going to be doing a lot of the secondary stuff. And, well, not the secondary. We're going to be doing the side quest stuff. Get that out of the way. And then move on to the secondary. And then whatever secondary may have clicked in, etc., etc. It's hard to say fully, but I plan to at least do something. And if I end up having to do a couple side quests in another video, then I'll do another side quest in a few videos. Like, it doesn't bother me to do that. I don't have to stick doggedly to the formula, especially since the formula can't really be done. Because in defense of what happened in Act 1, I did a main story by working with, building my companions. That gave me a significant edge. So doing probably like the Kunari Black Powder thing and only that would help build up a few things as well. So there's a lot for me to really consider in the meantime, and certainly plenty to do in this game. So I'm fairly confident that there will be a slew of stuff to do, and we're moving right along in this game. There's it would be easier to just like how I did in Origins, how to an extent I set up a video for each thing, break apart. I mean, I think the dwarves were Orzammar was definitely the biggest.
Stop! You do not want me dead!
There is only one person I want dead more.
I have information, Elf, and I will trade it in return for my life.
Ha! The location of Daenerys. What good will that do me? I'd rather he lose his pet pupil.
You have a sister. She is alive. You wish to reclaim your life. Let me go, and I will tell you where she is.
How do we know you're even telling the truth?
You don't. But I know Fenris, and I know what he's searching for. If he wants me to betray Denarius, he'll have to pay for it.
This is your call.
So I have your word. I tell you, and you let me go.
Yes, you have my word.
Her name is Verania. She is in Carinus, serving a magister by the name of Ahriman.
A servant, not a slave.
She's not a slave.
I believe you. We are done here.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it. This could be a trap. Denarius could have sent Hadriana here to tell me about this sister. Even if he didn't, trying to find her would still be suicide. Denarius has to know about her and has to know that Hadriana knows. But all that matters is I finally got to crush this bitch's heart. May she rot, and all the other mages with her.
This doesn't mean we shouldn't look for your sister.
What else should it mean? Even if I found my sister, who knows what the Magisters have done to her? What has magic touched that it doesn't spoil? I need to go.
Well, if he wasn't gonna kill her, I was. But, okay, cool. Got the achievement. I think it's like, when I get people to, like, their max, like, friendship with me. Oh yeah, Varric died. I didn't even pay attention to that. But yeah, let's, have a quick... I guess he's meeting at my house. Interesting. Okay.
I've been thinking about what happened with Hadriana. I took out my anger on you, undeservedly so. I was not myself. I'm sorry.
People take their frustrations out on me all the time.
You are generous. When I was still a slave, Hadriana was a torment. She would ridicule me, deny my meals, hound my sleep. Because of her status, I was powerless to respond, and she knew it. The thought of her slipping out of my grasp now. I couldn't let her go. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
I'm glad you killed her then.
I should be happy now that Hadriana is dead. Instead, I feel nothing but disquiet. This hate. I thought I'd gotten away from it, but it dogs me no matter where I go. To feel it again, to know it was they who planted it inside me. It was too much to bear. But I didn't come here to burden you further.
We're friends, Fenris.
I'm not certain I know what that is.
Well, he's still kind of broody, but, hey, you know, he's, opening up a bit more. Oh, I give it to Anders. Interesting. It's, what's my dog want?
I like the doggy. Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Looks like they're having a nice chat. Maybe Sandal picked up some Mabari speak from our time at the hero of Ferelden's camp.
Alright, let's just get that amulet to Anders. And oh, hey, the slaves in the corner. Okay, guess I'll maybe chat with her when I get back. Don't really need much, so just grab people at random, I guess. I'm just going to Anders' clinic. give Aveline some things, because, I don't know, there's not much I can do with her. A combination of, well, she's guard captain, I don't want to take her from her post, but there will be certainly a lot for her to do later on, I think, in this act, actually.
I thought you might like this.
You got me a gift? I hardly think I've done anything to deserve that. Is it a... That's a Tevinter Chantry amulet. Do you want me to get executed? It's sacrilege to wear those in any land under the Divine.
The Divine condemned their Chantry because it freed mages from the Circle. I thought you might sympathize.
I like it. Maybe not on the outside of my clothes. I'm not that eager to face the hangman's noose. But I appreciate the thought. I've never really thought about what life would be like in the Tevinter Chantry. In the Circle, they make it sound like the Void itself. The Black Divine stalking Thedas, making it unsafe for kittens and virgins.
I haven't noticed too many of either in Kirkwall.
And fewer every day, I suspect. I appreciate the gift. Perhaps one day I can return one as meaningful. The Templars have become more active in their hunt for me. I won't be able to stay here long.
Okay, let's just go home. I think I've done all that I can for this video, and I think going home is the a good appropriate way to end this video. Focus on side things. So we're going to look at the ideally we're going to look at the Chantry board, and then we are going to look at go back home. We're going to look at the Chantry board. And we're going to look at this Mage Underground thing. We're going to be doing a lot of these little tiny side questy things. Oh, Sebastian. Cool.
Your hound is a mark of nobility in Ferelden, is he not? I have heard that gaining a Mabari's loyalty is considered the ultimate proof of character there.
That's him. My own living, breathing, slobbering status symbol.
The dog cares nothing for worldly power. The Maker would like to see us learn from them.
Don't let it go to your head.
Huh. I wonder if that happens with other companions. One sec. I want to check something out. I want to see what happens if I leave my house, come back. Will another companion be there? Wanting to compliment my dog? Let's find out. Because I know there's a thing where Fenris will say something, but I'm not certain about most other people. And ha-ha! Aveline!
Did you ever run the wilds, boy? Kirkwall is no city for a breed used to open spaces. Nice as your estate is, it's not healthy for a Mabari to be cooped up. May I take him to the barracks time to time? He could help train my guards.
I'm sure he'll enjoy that. Thanks for the offer.
Good. I think it's time they face down a good old Mabari charge. How about it, boy? Want to chew on some recruits?
Welcome home, Sir.
Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm, might be a little curious, but let's, I actually have no idea what I'm doing.
Greetings, Master. Your home was difficult to find. I've never been out on my own before, but I found it. Many people know of you. I hope I've made myself useful. I've already begun cleaning, and I can cook. Not as good as Papa, but a little. Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
What sort of skills do you have?
Not many, I fear. The Magister bade me to clean, and sometimes fetch, but Papa told me to keep out of her sight as much as I could. But I can learn. I'll serve you well. Please don't hurt me.
You've been through a great deal. How are you feeling?
I miss Papa, the other servants. I try not to think about what happened. I even feel sorry for the Magister. Is that bad?
Hadriana killed your father. For his blood. Why would you feel sorry for her?
She tried so hard. It was very difficult for her trying to prove herself. The other Magisters laughed at her. I saw how it tore at her soul. People don't think that slaves watch, but we do. I know what she did, but I still ache that she's gone. I'll serve you just as well, Master, you'll see.
If you're staying here, Arana, it will be as my servant.
You mean, I won't be a slave anymore?
You'll be paid, like anyone else.
A slave is all I've ever been, like Papa and Grandpapa before me. I'll try to be a good servant. Thank you, Master. You're too good to me.
She seems to be setting in nicely.
I've been wondering if I shouldn't remarry. I've heard that pirate girl of yours talk. I'm sure the last thing you need is your mother watching over your shoulder every time you come home. But perhaps there is still life once your children have outgrown you.
You've been through a lot. You deserve any joy you can find.
Thank you, love. No one could ever replace your father. But it is refreshing to think I could still be courted at this age.
Okay, she's not an elven slave. She's a servant. I hired her. Let's do one more check to see if, another companion shows up. It just makes it easier. I think this might actually be slightly faster. Just hop straight to Fenris and then hop back to my house. Because, let's see, I just had a chat with Fenris, but no, I think it's fine. Especially after that issue with the, the apprentice, and now he learns he has a sister. But, hey, let's check out the house and see what's going on. Let's see if someone else showed up. Maybe Isabella showed up for round 2. Or 5. Either way, she's not here. Damn it! Okay, I think that's going to be it. That's how we're going to wrap it up. So, thank you so much for watching. Share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Leave comments below. I'll be with you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.